Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 30th. You start with this Taurus card. It says perseverance on it. It says, remember, slow and steady wins the race. Awaken your inner bull to give you patience. You also have this Virgo card. It says details, details. You need to look at something more closely. What you need to know lies in the details. And that's pretty interesting because you always get, the past many readings, I should say, you always get the Eight of Pentacles with me. The Eight of Pentacles, he kind of needs to look at the details. The Seven of Pentacles would be the card of looking at the details. It's a card of analysis, but like I said, you always get the Eight of Pentacles, and he's just focused on the work. He isn't necessarily focused on what's in front of him, the details in front of him. So I do feel that that is a theme that you should pay attention to, and there could be like a million reasons for it, but just intuitively, what I feel for you, Aries, is that looking at the details of what you are doing, kind of like looking at what you've accomplished so far, looking at what's working and not working and all that other good stuff, I think it will help make you like more efficient, more successful, all those other things. So the detailed information is going to be much more important for you at this time. You have the Ace of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. I kind of feel like you're not giving up on something. I mean, even if we go this way, it's kind of funny. We have the Nine of Wands, he's holding on to one wand. We have the Knight of Wands, he's holding on to one wand. And the Seven of Wands, he's holding on to one wand. And you have one wand right here. And so going from the Nine of Wands to the Seven of Wands, that is perseverance. I mean, the Nine of Wands is a card of perseverance. You have this card of perseverance. The Seven of Wands is a card of persistence. It says don't give up, keep putting work into something. So it's like you are going to, I really feel this reading is saying that you are going to continue working on something that is inspiring you or something that you feel like you desire to do. Again, the Ace of Wands is usually out with the old, in with the new, but it's also kind of like a passionate new beginning, and it's usually represents us working on something that we are passionate about. And if you have been working on something that you are passionate about, then I kind of feel this is saying that you're making another commitment to it. Like if you have a business or career or something that you're trying to create, I kind of feel this is a little bit of a, it's almost like you're just committing to it deeper, even if it hasn't been working. I kind of feel that you're giving it one last try. The other thing that stands out to me is you go down to the Two of Pentacles, which is kind of like you trying to decide if you want to continue putting work into whatever this thing is, right? So you could be kind of going back and forth. Then we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords, this guy back here, he represents a guide, and he kind of has a wand in his hands right here. It's the stick that he's using to push them across the choppy waters. And sometimes the Six of Swords can represent feeling stuck in the mud, or, kind of feeling like you're not getting forward. You're like feeling like you're not moving forwards or backwards, kind of feeling like you are stuck where you are. And I kind of get that feeling from the reading with the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands showing, and this card, Six of Swords, showing up in the reading here. It's almost like you're working towards something, or you have been for a while. And I kind of feel like you feel that you're a little bit stuck in the mud. And, really, the Six of Swords does say eventually you will set yourself free. The Six of Swords, if you read it as being stuck in the mud, it does provide a solution, which would be to move on from to move towards calmer shores. It can say you're just in a stage of choppy waters right now. It's like sometimes when we start something, there's a little bit of a startup phase, right? Especially if you're starting a new job or career, it can be a little bit rocky at first. And the Six of Swords kind of just says that if you stick with it, you will be successful. But here's the difference, is that the Nine of Wands kind of tells me that this is something that you've been trying for a while. So maybe you've been trying to warm up to your career for a while, or your business, or whatever it is you're working towards. The Nine of Wands is definitely saying perseverance and keep going. I would also say that the Nine of Wands is my card of experimentation. So if you're not getting a different result for the work that you're doing, the Nine of Wands is my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. It's a card of experimentation. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to experiment with, whatever it is that you want or whatever it is that you do, and to not give up. It could be love for some of you, but again, this reading looks more like work or how you make money. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords, so feeling stuck. Again, Eight of Swords would say you're only focusing on one way to do things. There might be a better way to do what you're doing, but you have to kind of like open up to it, right, with the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, again, some of the solutions for the Eight of Swords are research, learning from other people, learning from the competition, trusting your intuition, all those things would be great. So again, if you're if you're still passionate about something, which is what I feel in this reading, it's like you're passionate about what you do, but you are just feeling a little bit stuck, then I feel, again, experimentation, learning are all going to be things that set you free. With the Six of Swords, you have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect, and justice says if what you're doing isn't working, try something else. Justice is kind of like breadcrumbs. It's not like being breadcrumbed, but it's like justice tries to get us to move in the right direction by the direction that the scale tilts. Too many words going on at once in my head. And so with the Justice card, we have to put energy into things, see if they work, see if they don't. And if it tilts the scale in our favor, if things start working, then that's the direction we need to move in. And so I feel it would be an amazing time for you to move in a new direction. And here you go with the with the Nine of Wands. You have the Seven of Pentacles. We were talking about this, right? So I feel like there are some details that you need to pay attention to, or there might be some little things that you are missing. It's like you might be doing all the right things, but there might be just those little pieces in your career or your business or whatever it is you do every single day that are missing. And if you clean those little things up, I feel like that will tilt the scales in your favor. So pretty clear on that first row. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this challenges card and you have this creating and writing card. So creating, very creative energy, all this wands energy showing up here. You could even argue you end with the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy, which is creation. So I feel for a lot of you, creating might be a good idea. Writing could be, journaling, things like that could be very helpful at this time as well. You have the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Justice card. I feel like something just isn't doing as well as it used to, is what the Ten of Swords is saying. So, maybe your career used to make you enough money, but maybe it doesn't now. Maybe same thing with your business or whatever. It could also just be a certain technique or, a way that you used to run your business that's not working any longer, or something like that is popping into my head. And so the Ten of Swords says that the old way is dying, and now you have to open up to the new ways. I would say the good news is I wouldn't really worry about it, because you go Ten of Cups to the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is the card of literally learning something new. And you have the Ten of Cups, which is fortune after difficulty. And so there could be a lot of good stuff coming in after a difficult period of time. You have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is charging towards success, and Knight of Wands is also about being spontaneous and building new things. So that is definitely part of your solution, is to build something new. The Knight of Wands, he embraces mystery, and so he doesn't really know what he needs to do. He just kind of starts the adventure, and he's, if he needs to do something, he builds it as he goes. So I definitely feel that it's time for a new adventure for you here, Aries. You have the Justice card. Justice is, again, cause and effect and balance, and bringing balance into your life. And I do feel that you are kind of balancing things out in general. I would also say that, again, it's sometimes I think our life has to be in balance for things to work. It's if you're only working, then chances are things are not going to work out well for you. Again, I know when I get into work mode and I only work for weeks at a time, my life starts to suffer. So, and I actually end up making less money because I'm only working. I'm not balancing out, my fun time, friend time, family time, things like that. So again, I feel this could, part of that card that says details, it's maybe you need to have more fun, or maybe you need to, balance out one side of the scale in your life. And I would definitely pay attention to that with that card. Here you go. With the Ten of Swords, here you go, Eight of Pentacles. Like I said, so details are going to be very important. I feel like you need to look at what you have accomplished so far. I say it every single reading to you, Aries. You're the only sign that really gets a message like this. So, clearly paying attention to the details, but looking at how far you've come is, and putting things into perspective, really, is going to be the thing that probably helps set you free. Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. I kind of feel that if you're worried about results, or if you are putting a lot of work into your career or whatever you do, and and if you are if you're always worrying if the results are going to come, I think that's creating a blockage. So it might be time to kind of work on those blockages. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Four of Cups. Again, I said at the beginning of the reading, I feel like you are maybe disappointed with the results that you have received so far, or maybe the results you're getting aren't as good as they used to be. And the Four of Cups can represent like a new offer. He's tried something 3 times and he's getting this new offer here, but he's been disappointed the first 3 times, so he's not sure if he should accept this new offer. And again, I feel like the Four of Cups is saying, yes, definitely accept the new offer. And this could also be a love offer for some of you. Again, Ten of Cups, you have the Knight of Swords, which could be a person rushing into your life. So I kind of feel like this is saying, accept the new offer. With the Justice card, Three of Wands, expansion. So everything is about expansion for you right now, and I would be doing whatever you can to expand with the universe, to expand yourself. I mean, even Jupiter in your third, Jupiter in your third is communication, in expansive communication, and we had this writing card, so writing things down, writing affirmations, things like that could be very good for like law of attraction. But I would also say like the way that you communicate needs to be maybe bigger, right? And this could include to yourself. Sometimes I think we get stuck in the mud because the universe wants us to expand and is basically saying like, what you're doing right now is too small. You need to do something big, and I kind of feel that for some of you. It's like maybe the reason, your business feels stuck, or maybe the reason you feel stuck is because you're not doing something that's challenging enough. And, I kind of get that feeling here. Same thing with love. Again, sometimes I think we fall into a pattern where we pick a type of person that we have learned, and, it basically is easy because we know what we're going to get. And, there might be another person who's good for you, but maybe they're a challenge in some way. Maybe they would force you to grow, or maybe you'd have to be more responsible, or who the hell knows what, right? And so I kind of get that feeling from the Three of Wands. Doesn't matter what you want in your life, but I would like go for something more challenging. You have in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Donkey card. It says patience, humility, and sacrifice. You have this Quail card. It says refuge, nourishment, and solutions. Definitely, it is a definite solutions-based reading, I would say. I feel like this reading has already provided several solutions in the first row and some in the second row, but really the first row. And I would pay attention to those solutions. I also feel that you have been very patient, and I kind of feel like the Donkey is actually saying the universe has seen the sacrifice you made. It's not like you're being left behind. I kind of get that feeling on the Six of Swords as well. It's like that feeling of being left behind. Like the feeling of you've been trying to work towards something. It's like other people are getting closer to the finish line, but it's like you're kind of like stuck in the background, if that makes sense. But again, I feel like that card is saying the universe sees what you've done. You have the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. I feel really good about this because Seven of Wands is a card of conviction, but I see this as you like almost, I think Les Brown calls it, pissed off for greatness, right? Where it's like you get to this point where you could either give up or you could like quadruple down on whatever you're working on, and you kind of develop that energy of saying that you're going to make something happen. And I kind of feel that is what the Seven of Wands is saying. It's like saying that you are deciding to make it happen. You are deciding to really make the full commitment, come hell or high water. You are, really committed, or you will be committing in the near future to success. You have the Ten of Cups, which is fortune after difficulty, or good things coming in after a difficult period of time. The Seven of Wands is also a card of persistence. So again, I really feel that is just the trick, is just not giving up. It's like sometimes there is no other answer other than not give up on the thing that you're working towards, and eventually you will find success. But the Ten of Cups is like happy home, happy family, a lot of happiness coming in for you. I do feel that there could be a little bit of love here. Not really a love reading, but again, if you want it, there definitely could be a new person who's like rushing in with communication. You have the Two of Pentacles. Like I said, balance. Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard. Usually if we're like not balancing one side out with the Two of Pentacles, then the other side will not be doing very well. And so again, as a person who has done it like 900 times in my life, where I just work and then I wonder why my life is going down the toilet, it's it's because I'm not balancing other things out, right? And so I feel like the Two of Pentacles is saying make sure that you do things that are like fun, enjoyable, all that other good stuff. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can be marriage, but Hierophant is also commitment. And it could just be your commitment to whatever the Seven of Wands commitment is. Both cards really represent like a deep commitment. The Hierophant would be a commitment to your vision. He communicates with like the heavens. From heaven to earth. He kind of translates the messages coming down, and so he is this could say that you are kind of like communicating with your higher self or a dream that you have, and you could be communicating into the world. We do see a lot of fixed, what I would call fixed thinking in this reading. And so the Hierophant is about, sometimes I feel we need to think outside the box, like he's very inside the box. And, again, Eight of Swords, feeling stuck in the mud with the Six of Swords. I would say outside the box thinking is going to be very good. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Temperance card, another card of patience. You have that Donkey, which says patience. This card says patience, and I feel like you have been patient. The Temperance card, again, the solution with this card, since this is going to be a solution reading apparently, is to kind of turn negatives into positives. Like, how can you turn something that isn't working in your life? How can you turn it around? Or like, what do you need to do to turn it around? I would spend the rest of the month, like the whole month of October, I think would be a great month for you to look at things that aren't working and, decide if you can get those things to work or if you need to kind of change your strategy. And it seems to be a very good strategy month just in general. And, we have this eclipse on the 2nd in Libra, and you have Justice card twice, which is Libra. And so I feel for you, justice is the scales, like what's working, what's not working. I've said to others, we also have that Jupiter retrograde in Gemini, which I feel is needing to look at the other side of the fence. Gemini is really good at looking at two sides of the fence, right? But it's like maybe for a very long time, you've only been looking at one way of doing things, one side of the fence. I think it's time to look at the other side and see if it can do better. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands, you showing up here. I kind of feel this is just saying, King of Wands is you, Aries, and I kind of feel it's just saying that you need to balance out your energies, make sure that you're, playing hard and, also working hard and all that other good stuff. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this To the Sea card and this Unfinished Symphony card. Yeah, like I feel like it's saying your story is not over, It's like whatever you've been doing for a long time, it's just a little bit stuck with that Six of Swords. I feel it. And, I feel this To the Sea card is saying you will be moving forward before you know it. And the Unfinished Symphony card is just saying your story's not over. I really feel that those are the words that are popping into my head. You have the Knight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords is normally a card of moving forward too quickly, but in the good stuff, it would just say that all of a sudden you are moving forward. And I kind of get that feeling here off the Knight of Swords. It's like there's no movement, and then all of a sudden you are getting communication or an idea, and you are moving forward. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. Nine of Pentacles is like pre-Empress energy. And I feel for a lot of you, there could be a lot of wealth and abundance coming in for you. She's very focused, so it is a card of focus. And she also has like 6 pentacles over here, 3 pentacles over here. She's willing to give 3 pentacles to any situation that enters into her life, but she always keeps enough for herself. A lot of people have been getting these energies of needing to be super careful of like giving too much energy to things that are taking away from what's important, right? So it's like if you're working on a project and someone comes along and wants your help on their project, it might be time to say no, or only give them a certain amount of time, because the Nine of Pentacles is kind of about protecting your energy. You have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles in the good stuff can be good news coming in for you. I also do feel that this could be communication with a new person. Definitely could be an earth sign. Could be a Libra as well. You have Justice twice. It could be any sign, general reading. But if you want love, this could be you communicating with a new person. So let's see. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Nine of Wands. Yes, I think that experimentation is going to be your best friend. You and Pisces. I say that, you two are right next to each other. And, I think you two signs, for whatever reason, would really benefit from, throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. Learn something new, try it, see if it works, see if it doesn't. And that's probably what's going to move your life forward the most. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess. Speaking of Pisces, there you go. But I said something at the beginning about trusting your intuition. The Eight of Swords, she has a blindfold on, and blindfolds in the tarot can represent needing to trust your intuition or your intuitive voice. And again, the High Priestess in the good stuff would represent potential. She has no roof over her head, and it kind of represents the fact that whatever she sets her mind to has unlimited potential. So I feel that for you here, Aries. With the Page of Pentacles, you have, you have the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this is what you're trying to create. You have 10, 10, 10 going this way. So 10, 10, 10 could be an important number for you. But I feel like you are trying to like build and leave a legacy like everybody else that's alive right now. So if you're, trying to find success or wealth or abundance, this looks really, really good. You have this mice card. It says discord among family or friends. I kind of feel like this mice card is more saying details. When you think about it, mice represent the small details, small little things. And that's what I would pay attention to with this card. You have this eagle card that says triumph over obstacles. So yes, I feel you will overcome this obstacle. I don't even think it's an obstacle. I feel it's like a little bit of I feel like maybe you've been in a period where it's just like you're trying to push that boat forward and it's just stuck in the mud, right? And so like I feel like you're pushing and I feel like you're about to break free is what the Knight of Swords is saying. You have this older man card that says dealings or relationships with an older man. And then you have this boat card. It says you are highly thought of. Some of you, this could be a parent, it could be a new person that's entering into your life, could be anything. But I feel like this could be a person that really comes in and helps you. Could be the Page of Pentacles. Again, the Page of Pentacles can just be a messenger, and it doesn't have to be a lover. It could just be a person who delivers a message that helps you. You have the Shield card. It says you need to defend yourself. Here's the thing. You have the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Nine of Wands and Seven of Wands would be defending yourself with boundaries. So I feel it would be a good time to make sure you have boundaries. And I kind of said this on this Nine of Pentacles as well. The Nine of Pentacles says you need to be clear about like what type of energy or how much energy you're giving to people, especially if you're working on important things. It's like you might not have energy to give to anyone else. And I would make sure you set those boundaries. You have this carriage. It says a journey, either physical or mental. And so a lot of you could definitely be going on a journey. You have the Knight of Wands, which is like adventure, but pretty good reading, pretty straightforward as well. I like it. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.